Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's our flag, guys. We're ready. It is January 23rd, 2024. It is a Tuesday morning. Man, it's like the inversion is here. It's a nice morning out. Life is such a crazy adventure. So obviously, I think and talk a lot about time, but I'm curious, what are other people's thoughts about time? Like, when I say the true value of time has not been accounted for in society, what does that make you think? At the end of the day, all we got is today, because tomorrow's not promised. And if you don't know, this is when I think about the true value of time from a business standpoint. The most important thing I think about is the people on the team, because an organization can only function as long as it's got a team who does the work that they're paid to do. This is why I believe that's why software companies are so valuable. You can have a team of 1,000, 2,000 maintain a company like Twitter or X, right? A very small amount of people can manage a huge ecosystem of cash flow. So, as small businesses, you don't have the scalability that software companies do, because most small businesses rely heavily on people to do the work, and you need people to help bring it together. So I think that's why small business can be much harder, but at the same time, it can also be much easier. But that answer, which is harder, which is easier, is determined by the individual, what they want to do. And so if you run a small business and you don't understand your employees' goals, what they want to accomplish, where they're trying to go throughout their life, you will never know how committed they are to you and to the organization. Whereas if you make sure every employee knows that their future is important, where they want to go is important, what they want to accomplish is important, and we are going to help them get there, you will instill loyalty from them because of your loyalty to them. And I think a lot of this I've learned from, oh my gosh, I just brain farted on the book name. The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly. The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly is an amazing book, all about helping other people accomplish their dreams. And in life, I think it's important to remember we're all out here chasing our own dream. We're all out here trying to figure out what is the life we want to live. How do we want to live it? Where do we want to be? And I see my role as head of HR at Kitech as being the dream manager for our employees. It is my job to figure out where they're trying to go and what they're trying to do and help them get there as soon as possible. Does that mean we will have turnover at Kitech? Yes, but you're going to have turnover anyway. So it might as well be strategized and planned to accomplish your mission and the mission of your employees. There we go. Knowledge is power, and that's why I think this year, from a political standpoint, is going to be so crazy, is because this is the first year that X is a privately held company, which gives everyone a place to get the news and learn about what's real world right now instantaneously. Whereas in the past, mainstream media has determined what we can and cannot see, how we see it, what the headlines, all of that. Personally, if you don't have an X account, I think you are going to get left behind. Not that you're spending all your time there, but that will be the place for news in the future. I mean, I believe it already is. But the speed at which information travels and exchanges hands, and the speed at which ideas can be implanted and shared, is off the chart. And so for the last 2 years, I've been trying to start this America's Holding Company thing. And throughout that, I've been doing a lot in the real world, but I've not been doing as much, nor in the way that I should, in the virtual world. And that's what's changing. Now that I'm bringing on Rosie as my VA, who has taken these videos and is processing them, and as we get better, she'll be uploading content daily for us, and I'll be documenting my life as it unfolds. And that, I believe, is the competitive advantage every human has over artificial intelligence. Now, I want to be transparent. I use people to help manage my social presence and online persona. I use AI to transcribe videos and come up with summaries and all kinds of stuff like that. Those are tools I have at my disposal. But the words are mine. That's why I wear these glasses that give you first-person view of what I'm doing. I believe it is the way that I can be my most authentic self, is when you see from my point of view, when you hear the words coming out of my mouth as we're going through this journey called life. And right now it's really boring. Walking the dog, we're just getting started. I want to challenge you to imagine 5 years. If I did this every day for the next 5 years, where would we be? What would this company look like? If I did it every day for the next 10 years, where would we be? If I did it every day for the next 40 years, where would I be? So that, in my opinion, is the true value of time. As a W-2 employee, I get paid salary, but it's based off a 40-hour work week, yada, 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 right? So I get paid salary, and I get paid after the time has been invested and after I've done the work. The difference between a company and a W-2 position is, in a company, you have the option. This is all in your choice in how to run your company. You have the option to get payment up front rather than after the work's done. And this is all part of understanding cash flow and how our economies, how I believe our economies work, and how I believe the true value of time is captured in a company, but is not captured for individuals in our society. Look back over go to invest in a company. You can look at their historicals, you can look at their finances, balance sheets, all that stuff, and you can go back as far as they've got record keeping and all that stuff. Now look at an individual. An individual, you don't go back and look at yes, you look at their tax returns if you want to get a house loan or something like that, business loan. But for the most part, your past history is past. Yes, you've got some skill sets that you can sell in a resume, but you can't use it the same way a company can use its past history. And that's why I believe the best tax strategy in the world is having a holding company. It's being involved in a company that is designed to protect the value of your time. It's designed to protect the value of your money so that you can live the life you want to live. And I've got started on this rabbit hole from my time working with Carlotta, learning tax strategy. Before that, I'd never even thought about tax strategy. I'd only thought about collecting money. When in reality, tax strategy is knowing what you would do with the money and making that happen, rather than trying to make the money so that you can do the thing. Just do the thing. Because at the end of the day, you can never buy more time. So the goal should not be to grow, my opinion, I've been wrong before, I believe the goal should not be to grow your net worth as high as it can. The goal should be to determine the life you want to live and live it as fast as you can. No matter what, we have to provide for ourselves. We have to make sure our families are fed. We have to make sure things are going in the right direction. No matter what. And so why do we think, hey, we should kill ourselves the first 60 years of life so that we can spend the next 10 years in a life of luxury? No. We should spend the next 70 years semi-retired, helping make the world a better place while we live the life of our dreams. Because you'd never get a second chance. My kids are now 10, 9, and 7. I don't know how they grew up that fast. I don't know how the time has moved so fast. But it has, and it's just getting faster. And that's why, for me, it's more important to focus on how am I slowing down to be around for them instead of always focused on business, sales, external. But that's just my philosophy on life. That is my belief system, and that's how I want to live my life. That's how I'm successful. And most people, I don't believe, know what makes them successful or not. Most people don't have a finish line. They don't have an end goal. And my opinion is if your end goal is tied to a dollar sign, you're always going to be struggling for what's next because someone will always have more money than you. That is the way money works. So, I want to encourage you guys. The best thing you can do for your life is determine where you want it to end. What mission are you on? What are you trying to accomplish in the time you have left? And it doesn't have to be, oh, let's save America. It can be stuff as easy as, hey, I want to buy a house. I want to have kids. I want to get married. Oh, we're going to go in. Oh, okay, one more time. It doesn't matter what your dream is. What matters is that you have a dream and that you're living it every day. What's going to get you up in the morning and make you say, yes, this is it. This is why I'm alive. And go chase it. Life is yours. It's yours to decide and determine. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day on this wonderful January 23rd. And we will talk to y'all later.